Modern astrology and the whole personality psychology based astrology kind of fucked the game up, I'm not gonna lie. The original purpose of astrology was to be used as a divinatory tool. Astrology, anciently, back in the day, was used to tell you about your fate, to tell you about the circumstances and experiences and things that will affect your life and the things that can and will happen to you overall. This is the viewpoint that I personally have as an astrologer. If you book a reading with me, we're not doing none of that general cutesy shit. I'm not going to tell you what it means for you to have your sun in the third house of Aries. I mean, if we're talking about something within the context of your real life and we end up breaking down your placements through that happens a lot of the time. But if you want to know what it means to have an Aries sun in the third house, you can Google that. Like, you don't need me to tell you that. You need an astrologer to really break down the things that you can't answer. So like with me, I like to do predictions. I like to tell you about your fate. I like to solve problems. I want to do something with the chart and with the reading of substance. And again, like, not to say that astrology cannot be used to tell you about your personality, because again, it absolutely can. But I find more value in using astrology in the way that it was originally intended, to be a divinatory tool, to be something that can tell you about your fate. And a lot of people don't like the fatalistic view of astrology, which is why things kind of switch. Because again, what do you mean if I can tell you your fate and what's going to happen to you? Do you have self-control? Can you still live your life? What's going to happen to you? Like, people don't like that, but we need to be more realistic, because that's what astrology was originally used for. So like, even in the context of my readings, I don't do general readings. If you book a reading with me, you got to have a question. You got to have a focus. I'm not telling you general things, because don't get me wrong, there can be value in doing like general personality based things. But again, you can kind of figure that stuff out yourself. I want to answer a question that you can't answer about yourself. I want to tell you when you're going to get pregnant. I want to tell you when you could potentially get into a relationship. I want to use your chart to tell you about your relationships. I want to use your chart to tell you what your purpose is, how to make money, how to do certain things. I don't want to use your chart to tell you, oh, you have an Aries moon, so you probably crash out and overreact when you're mad. Like, what's the point in me telling you that? And I used to do more of the general personality based astrology when I first started. But again, I've been doing readings for 3 years now. It's so much more helpful and constructive for not only the client, but also for me. It's easier for me to give you a better reading when I'm doing something of actual substance, if that makes sense.